It's summer already. Why you got that beanie on?
My haircut is way past its expiration date, and my barber is all booked up. So, send help, please. What is up? Welcome back to Candy Tarot YouTube channel. For those of you guys who are new here, please do us a favor and join the family. But for those of you guys who are returning, I love y'all and thank you so much for rocking with your boy. But today we got another video for that ass. And it's about money. The title is What's Stopping Your Bag? Now, this is for anyone who's, at the very moment feel like, the cash flow isn't necessarily flowing as it should be flowing, you know what I mean? Or, for example, for those of you guys who are maybe already in an established career and just want to know how can I bring in more money? Because more is always better in my opinion, especially when it comes to money, you feel me? So with that being said, it's a message for everyone, for whatever situation or whatever point of the journey when it comes to success and abundance that you are in. So please, let's get right into it. Choose from these piles. We have pile number 1 with the black tourmaline. We also have pile number 2 with the citrine, pile number 3 with the green aventurine, as well as pile number 4 with the carnelian stone. With that being said, please choose your intuition, not your eyes, and I will catch you at your reading. What is up, pile number 1? This is for those who pick the black tourmaline stone. We're about to find out what's stopping your bag. The cards that they gave us are the Queen of Cups. Can you see that? We also have the 8 of Cups in reverse. We also have the 4 of Cups. All cups. We also have gratitude. We also have woman holding a coin in reverse. We have number 4, joy and stability, which is also the 4 of wands. And we also have surrender to the journey. And these 2 cards I will get into later. All right, so pile number 1. We do have to talk about this because this is very important. And I know what I'm about to say. I preach about it all the damn time. Spirit always makes me, reiterate this message, even if the video has nothing to do with career specifically, but anytime career is brought up, this message is what they tend to make me say all the time. And the message is, for you specifically though, it's almost as if you won't ever reach your fullest potential when it comes to success and when it comes to money until you actually pursue something that is actually something that you enjoy, something that your heart is invested into, something that you possibly even dreamt about doing but maybe never did. Because even you don't even have to be employed. In fact, I feel like you guys are not employed, but even if you are employed, or even if you're are unemployed, I feel like you guys, I feel like for the most part, people who pick this pile are actually employed in some type of job or career. But even if you are not employed, I feel like the message still applies in the sense that that's the reason why you're kind of unemployed at the moment. It's because Spirit and the universe is trying to bring your attention to a path that will be more fulfilling and obviously more money. And for those of you guys who are employed, I kind of feel like there is a sense of, there's a void that has yet to be filled. Even if you feel like your bank account is doing okay, there still is a void. So there needs to be some type of balance that you need to achieve, and this is how you're going to do it, is by pursuing a dream or a goal or a career goal, and it feels like a specific something that you've always wanted to do. Pursuing that, and that's how you'll reach your fullest potential, and that's how your bag will never be halted. Let's begin. We have the Queen of Cups. This is the epitome of doing what I love. Not doing anything unless my heart is in it. This is leading with your heart. This is not like, for example, I had this argument with my family. Well, it wasn't really an argument. It was a debate, and this is sometimes what happens at family functions, and it's usually me against like 15. Because me and my family, we have different opinions on certain things, and one of the things that we argued about was whether or not you should accept a job for, like for example, if there's two jobs in front of you, one of which has more money but you'll definitely hate it, or another one that has less money but you'll love it. All my family members chose option number one, which is more money but you'll hate it, because they do have a belief that work isn't supposed to be enjoyable, and I don't have that same belief. And so I was standing alone, and I was definitely happy in my truth. Like, I was not going to stand down just because it's like 15 people coming at me. I would truly believe, the right choice would have been to pick the one that's less money but more enjoyable, because my belief is that in the long run it will eventually attain you the most money, but also because you actually love it, so it's not going to be draining, things like that. So that's kind of where I feel like a lot of you guys will be undergoing this type of dilemma. Like, for example, some of you guys may be at a crossroads in your career in which you're going to have to maybe choose between staying at maybe a stable job, or like a job that kind of provides you the comfort, the financial comfort, versus leaving that job and maybe pursuing something that isn't necessarily, guaranteed financially from the jump. You know what I mean? Something that you have to actually put faith into. But I do feel like this is something that you are going to have to, I kind of feel like this is kind of fated, I'm not gonna lie. And as I said, that they're showing me the full card. So yeah, I feel like with this group there is some fear, but like I said, I kind of feel like a lot of that fear maybe was placed by society, maybe family members, that maybe led you to believe that this is not something that you should be pursuing because maybe it doesn't make the most sense. I think this could be a group that maybe you have a very stable job and then you leave that job to start your own business, and people are like, are you nuts? And I'm just like, you're a genius. No, but this is indicating that this is about following your heart, letting your heart lead you to where you want to go on your career path. Now we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. So this for me indicates that a lot of you guys are in jobs that you need to leave, essentially, especially if it's not, it's not to say, okay, yes, we would rather be on the islands of Tahiti, sipping on a, pina colada versus doing work. That's always going to be the case. However, in those times when we do have to work, can we at least make it enjoyable? And that's the part that you keep missing. You are at a point, I don't care what age you are, but you're at a point in your life, Spirit is saying, to where there needs to be a lot more to it. Because with you, it's like you need to follow your heart, then the money will come. And even if you have to take a certain pay cut in order for you to be more happy, to feel like, yo, I'm working, I don't feel drained, I'm actually excited about what I'm doing, or I'm actually passionate about what I'm doing, I actually love what I'm doing, I actually care about what I'm doing. It's not just something that I'm just, you know, when I go to work, it's a complete and total blur for those entire 8 hours. You're fully invested. And I feel like your heart is not in whatever you're currently doing, or whatever paths or whatever field that you're currently in. Your heart's not in it. Like, it's almost as if your heart has already left, but your vessel, your body, is still at this field or this job that you don't necessarily realize that you have outgrown. They're also showing me the Magician card. So I feel like a lot of you guys do have a certain financial status, or maybe a certain goal that you would like to achieve in this lifetime, and it's almost as spirit are reminding you, like, if you want that, you can actually absolutely have that, but it's going to require you to take some sort of risk, or some sort of chance, or some sort of leap of faith. Now we also have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups, and this card indicates this. You see this cup? This cup represents the cup that the universe is trying to show you, trying to give you. This represents an opportunity, possibly. But as you can see, this is you who's not necessarily acknowledging it and completely oblivious that this is actually a great opportunity. So what that tells me is that a lot of you guys, this is something that you are maybe have already thought about, already aware of. They're also showing me like the Six of Cups image. So some of you guys, this is something that you dreamt about as a kid, or this is just something that's been, you know, heavily in your, you know, your thoughts or your energy. But I kind of feel like you have yet to really put this into action. And Spirit is almost like, the time is now. The time actually was yesterday, but the time is now. You know what I mean? Like, it's overdue. And they're also saying that whatever it is that you're currently thinking about, or whatever it is that comes to mind as you watch this video, that's what they're referring to. And we also have the Four of Wands. This is joy, stability, and I think this is interesting because this is the two components that are going to help either increase cash flow, or just really unlock that cash flow for you. You have to maintain the balance of joy and stability for you. Absolutely. You absolutely. I mean, maybe you can get by doing a job that you hate for a very long time, but it's not going to, like, you're not going to make it as far as doing that. You absolutely are going to have to really fulfill. I'm almost feel like a lot of you guys, this is inner child wish or dream. Like, it could have been like some wildest, you're like, maybe you wanted to be an astronaut, maybe, but, or maybe you just wanted to be, you know, a doctor, a firefighter, I don't know. But it feels like it was a dream, and maybe it just definitely didn't make sense for you to do it anymore. Like, sense as far as what society is making you feel. But Spirit is almost like, yo, it's actually possible. So that's what you're going to have to do. That's what you're going to have to achieve. And I know that's going to be a lot. That can be difficult for a lot of people, because we do live in a time where, you know, a lot of times our passion projects or those type of jobs that are a little bit more fulfilling, as far as it makes us see, or give us reasons to live. A lot of times I find those jobs to be underpaid at first, and that tends to be the deciding factor for a lot of people when it comes to choosing a career path. But this is something that you're going to have to outgrow from. You're going to have to outgrow that type of mentality. Now we also have gratitude. Whenever this card comes out, it makes me think of my manifestation. So I really feel like a lot of you guys are trying to manifest a specific type of financial status or some type of abundant life. And the Spirit is saying this is how you're going to do it. Now, obviously, this specific job is going to be quite different for every one of you, but the overall foundation is something that you're passionate about, something that you are invested in as far as your emotions and as far as your heart. It could definitely be a creative project such as art, music, writing, or it could just be something that's quite innovative or something that's different. Yeah, and it may be something that is somewhat of a risk as well. But overall, they're saying that this is how you're going to manifest what you want. And like I said, I don't get the sense that you guys are like entirely struggling. It's just more so like, okay, Spirit's like, yo, you want to get to that level, this is how you're going to do it. You're doing okay now. You could probably, live an okay life by not just, following what Spirit is advising. You can probably still live, a comfortable life, just being on the same path that you're currently on. However, if you do desire more, Spirit is giving you the steps on how to do that. Now we also have women holding a coin in reverse. I do feel like a lot of you guys, for me, you guys want to be rich. Let's just put it out there, straight up. And I don't know what type of amount that you had in mind, but they're making me feel like very rich. And this is what you're currently doing now, I feel, or whatever field that you're currently in, is not going to get you to that type of level of success that you dreamt about, that you envision yourself about. I feel like it's going to give you maybe some comfort to where you maybe will be able to get by. But if you desire to live a lifestyle in which you don't have to check your bank account before you make that big ass purchase, that type of lifestyle, or have a certain life or a certain house that you want to purchase, or a certain type of house or a certain type of vehicle that you want to own, these type of luxurious items, which, to be honest, there's nothing wrong wanting those type of things. But Spirit is almost like, if you really want that, help us help you, is basically what they're saying. Now we also have surrender to the journey. This is something that that Spirit has kind of been trying to nag you with for a very long time. They've been trying to get your attention with. This is something that when you're at your boring ass job, the job that you hate, this is what you think about. This is what you dream about. This, whatever idea or concept or whatever field that you're in, this is what you dream about. And it's not by coincidence as to why that is, why this is constantly always on your brain. For some reason, it seems like you guys feel like it's impossible, when Spirit is saying it's not. You just have to actually take that first step, and we'll lead you. So they're trying to guide you. They're trying to hold your hand. And you kind of have to just let go of any type of, I just feel like there's a fear and there's a belief that I feel wasn't necessarily yours to begin with. It's something that maybe society or family has instilled into you. And we need to let that go. And I feel like this belief has something to do with like, oh no, you can't do that. Oh no, that doesn't make sense. Oh, are you crazy? Like stuff like that. So yeah, pile number one. Let's get into the last two cards. First one that we have is we have Jug, and it says lighthearted, carefree time. So this is kind of reminding me of the full energy or the full card image that they gave me earlier in this reading. This is about letting go. This is about taking a leap of faith. This is also about not necessarily being burdened with the care, or maybe even the what people have to say. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like what you're doing is definitely considered to be a risk in a lot of people's eyes. But this is going to be one of those cases where it's going to be like a high risk, high reward type of situation. The next card that we have is, what does that say? Cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. This is that boring ass job that I felt from you guys. Being very bored. It's almost as if, oh my God. Like when I swear, like when I be at jobs I used to hate back in the days, it's like I got sucked into a a dimension in which time just goes super slow. And then you'll look at the clock, it'll be like 8 o'clock. You'll do like so much work, try to not keep focused on that damn clock. By the time you give in and look back at that clock, it's only 8:01. That type of boredom, like that type of just, this is what Spirit is trying to relieve you from. But it's going to take a risk. It's going to take some type of leap of faith. But in the end, you're not going to be sad about it. You're going to actually be happy that you took this jump and didn't listen to what anyone else negative opinions had to say. Like, you didn't take that to heart. So, pile number 1. This is how you can, make that bag, that cash flow continue to come, or come even more. So I hope that you enjoy this reading. If you are so inclined, please like, share, and subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye. What is up, pile number 2? This is for those who picked the citrine stone. We're about to find out what's stopping your bag. The cards that they gave us are the 6 of Wands in reverse. Not gonna focus for me? Okay. Now we also have the 6 of Swords. We also have the 3 of Pentacles. We have number 8, dedicated effort. This is also the 8 of Pentacles. We have number 3, blossoming abundance in reverse. We have birth. Stepping into power. And these 2 cards I will get into later. Okay, so the first thing that they're making me feel immediately is that I feel like with you guys, it's like, it feels like you guys, whatever career field that you're currently in, that you're currently thinking about, that you're currently being drawn to, it's almost as if you're supposed to be almost like the shining example of how to do it. Like, you're supposed to be the example. You're supposed to be kind of the model for people to follow, in a sense. It's almost as if for a lot of people, you would be considered the best at what it is that you're doing. I think the issue is some of you guys are just not necessarily, you guys are hidden from people. Like, you guys are, I feel like the advice here is to definitely put yourself out there. Definitely do things that will gain you some type of recognition or acknowledgement. This could simply just mean that maybe for some of you guys who are in a current position to really strive for that promotion and raise by maybe taking on tasks that other people are not supposed to do, or doing tasks that are not necessarily a part of your scope of practice, but however it's going to show that you have what it takes to really do more. And of course, when you do more, you typically get paid more. But overall, I feel like there is a need to really put yourself out there in some way, shape, or form, to really be a little bit bold and a little bit more daring, because that's who you are on a soul level, by the way. And it's just right now, your soul is ready for that shift to occur within your ego. I also feel like for a lot of you guys are being encouraged to continue to do what you're doing. I feel like you guys are hard workers regardless. However, there may just need to be a need for some of you guys to really not diminish yourself in some way, shape, or form. I don't feel like you guys view yourselves to be this small when really you guys are so much more than that. So for the most part, there needs to be a change of your own perspective about who you are, but there's also some advice as to what actionable steps that you can take in the 3D to, prevent your bag from stopping. So let's begin. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. Yeah, they're making me feel like you guys are just not being seen for some way, shape, or form. Like, for example, if this is like social media, I kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, this could be the need to really maybe do what I'm doing now, which is prior to this, I just showed my hands and the cards. It's not to say that I was shy, but it's more so like, because I'm not shy, but it's more to say that I didn't like how the hell I was set up before now. So some of you guys may need to put yourself on the camera if that's what you're doing, but some of you guys may need to post more or really need to show who you are instead of maybe a facade or what you think people need to see from you and show from you. This is about, they're also showing me Seven of Wands, being unapologetic to who you are, and especially if it's in the sense of you trying to achieve a certain level of goal. Of course, when I said that, they showed me the Queen of Wands, which is my bad beep. I love that card. I love Queen of Wands type of energy, and when you embody that, truly embody that, it makes all those things that are seemingly impossible possible and attainable, because you know it, you claim it. So yeah, I feel like for a lot of you guys, I almost feel like you guys are meant to gain some type of recognition or popularity or acknowledgement. And this is the type of acknowledgement in which people view you as the example. Like, I almost feel like whatever it is, whatever career field that you are currently in, it's more so like, okay, you're the standard. You know what I mean? Like, you're the one to beat. Not to say that this is a competition, but this is how I'm receiving the message. So it's about being unapologetic when it comes to your desires, and it's not to say to be a complete asshole, but if it means to really, sacrifice people around you who are not necessarily on the same type of wavelength as you, then do so. But this is about doing whatever it takes, within reason, doing whatever it takes in order to achieve your dreams and your goals. And I feel like, once again, there is a undertone when it comes to like some type of fame or popularity with this group, that also needs to be achieved by putting yourself out there, not allowing yourself to be diminished or allowing yourself to be shy. If it's uncomfortable for you, that's only going to be temporary, because like I said, this is who you are on a soul level. Now we also have Six of Swords. So I kind of feel like for some of you guys, there could have been maybe something that occurred in the past in which it's haunting you, in the sense that you are maybe there was something that you worked on that you didn't necessarily consider to be a success in the past, and you don't want that to repeat again. This is something that you need to remove yourself from, as far as stop thinking about it. Six of Swords indicates moving from rougher waters to calmer waters, and this is something that starts with your own thoughts, your own thought pattern. Once again, I'm getting they keep wanting me to talk about the Queen of Wands type of energy. The Queen of Wands is the embodiment of magic, charisma, boldness, and like I said, unapologetic. It's just all the makings of a bad beep. But this is also someone who truly believes that, and that starts with your own thoughts. Okay, but there's some movement that's happening, and I think it's a shift within your own energy that begins with your thoughts. We also have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles indicates collaboration of sorts. I almost feel like for some of you guys may be in like some sort of competitive field, or maybe what you're doing is something that is what a lot of people are doing. Like, for example, if it's social media that you're looking into, and a lot of people are doing it, instead of looking at them as competitors or opponents, you should look at them as potential collaborators, what they're saying. Especially like social media. Social media is very big on collaboration, or at least it should be. And I found that a lot of times people do tend to collaborate with each other when it comes to movies and things like that, because it's something that both parties gain to, or they gain some type of benefit from doing so. I almost feel like for some of you guys will maybe come across someone who was maybe a little bit more popular, a little bit more well established than you, and could be at a level where you are trying to achieve, and you guys may work together in some way, shape, or form that will then have a significant impact on your own status. I don't know why they keep bringing me to YouTube or social media, but let's say, for example, you were a makeup guru, and you were trying to start up, and you have ideas, you have creative things that are going to bring something different to the table to make yourself stand out, and then you somehow, some way, get the attention of I don't know what pretty good Jackie Aina. I love her. I don't watch I don't wear makeup, things like that, but she's one person who I find to be very entertaining. Regardless, she's one, I love watching her do her own thing and still have an engaging conversation. That's why I love her. But Jackie Aina is someone who I consider to be like a guru, a beauty guru, right? Let's say you get the attention of Jackie Aina, and she wants to collaborate with you, and you are like, what? But that's the type of magnitude that I'm feeling with you guys that may occur, is that there may be somebody who may be quite famous or quite popular, or have some type of established status that you also want to achieve, that you will come into collaboration with. So this is something about being more open to collaborating, rather than viewing people as competitors, view them as potential collaborators that you can help, or that can help you grow as well. We have number 8, which is dedicated effort. This is referring to just keep doing what you're doing. I feel like whatever you're doing, you're currently already doing it. I kind of feel like for some of you guys, it's also, you guys maybe don't necessarily see the status or see the progression yourself, but Spirit is saying that you are making the progression. I think maybe the only adjustment may be to put yourself out there more. I kind of feel like for a lot of you guys are currently in the field that you're meant to be in, or at least about to embark on the field that you're meant to be in. It's something that you guys are already doing, and this is just, or at least the energy feels very current. And this is just Spirit acknowledging that you are on the right path, and that to continue to strive for this, especially in the midst of times where you are uncertain or feel like, I don't see the progress being made. I don't see any type of indication that I'm on the right path, physical indication. But this is spirit trying to let you know, like, you continue to put in the effort. And continue to be the hard worker that you are. Because this will not be in vain. Now we also have blossoming abundance in reverse. I kind of feel like with you guys, you're on the brink of something that will forever change your life. Like, it's on the brink. It doesn't look like it's happening though for you. Like, your current situation, it doesn't look like it's happening. But it feels like, what am I doing wrong? Like, why isn't it happening the way that I had envisioned it? But Spirit is making me feel like you're on the brink of something to where it's going to maybe catch you by surprise. I almost feel like for some of you guys, it's going to happen unexpectedly, spontaneously, but it's going to be as a result of your continued hard work and effort, despite, those moments of weakness that we all humans have. But you're closer than you think to achieving that bag, the golden bag that you've been wanting. You're closer to it than you think. Now we also have birth. This is referring to a new project. Some of you guys are maybe possibly doing your own business. Some of you guys could be receiving a new job offer. And this is going to happen, by the way, as far as getting a new job, by maybe applying for jobs that aren't necessarily, applying for a job that you feel confident in, but also making your resume stand out somehow by way of maybe including a skill that maybe most people in that particular field or position wouldn't necessarily have. Maybe explain why would that be an asset over other applicants. So something like that where you're putting yourself out there even more. For others of you guys, like I said, it could be a new project as far as a new business of yours that I kind of feel like are currently already working on. And bringing more attention to that, maybe via social media, maybe via ads. And I feel like there is going to be someone who's going to take notice, I almost feel like. But there's a need to really put yourself out there more, or just continue to do so. And I feel like the right person is going to take notice to where it's going to give you the right opportunity. You're going to meet the right people and really going to kind of change your life. Like, I feel like that's what's going to happen. It's going to be almost miraculous, but it really isn't. Well, it is going to be miraculous, but it's going to be like, you're going to be like, oh my God, like, thank you for like helping me. But really, it's going to be as a result of your own efforts as well. Now we also have stepping into power. You're stronger than you think. And you're actually progressing each and every day, despite how it may feel, despite how it may look like, despite how your bank account may look like. You're actually moving every day. It says you are strong beyond measure. Once again, there's an indication that you are supposed to be leading or kind of be like viewed as the person to follow in whatever field that you are currently in. I see leadership. I see maybe people viewing you. Maybe you gaining some type of fame or popularity in your particular career. But I see a following with this group. I see impact. So, yeah. Let's get into this last two cards. First one that we have is this: door opportunities are waiting for you. Yeah. I know it feels like all of them are locked, currently, but I'm telling you, I feel like there's going to be one door that really just opens for you, and someone's going to pop up like, yo, I'm here to help. And it's going to feel like this person, I kind of feel like it's a person, to be honest, or maybe people that will take notice and really give you some type of chance or some type of help. Because they see the hard work and effort that you put into as well. The last card that we have is this glare. We have kangaroo. Unsettled time, needs to plan ahead. I kind of feel like this is the current state that you're currently in, but as we stated before with the 6 of swords, you're moving away from these type of times, these unsettled times, the more calmer times. So I hope, pile number 2, that this reading, even if it's just a little, alleviated some worries, some of the worries, some type of the burden, or some of the anxiety that you feel currently in this day. Because I know, trust me, I know that how it may feel like you don't know what the future holds. Especially when you feel like you're doing everything that you're supposed to do. But I really feel like the universe is going to show you a lot sooner than you think how much, the universe really was paying attention, and they're not going to lead you astray, and the universe has not given up on you. And I think that's going to come in the form of some type of opportunity or a person that's really going to see you for the potential that you have and really help build you to be even greater somehow. This could be in your form, this could be your future supervisor or employer, or this could just be someone who is going to be an investor to your own business, your existing business as well. But hang in there, pile number 2, hang in there, keep doing what you're doing. Do not give up, despite, even if you need to take a break here and there, just recharge yourself and then come back, do so. But you can't stop, okay? So pile number 2, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for watching, and if you feel so inclined, please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I will catch you next time. Bye. What is up? Pile number 3. This is for those that picked the green adventuring stone. We're about to find out what's stopping your bag. The cards that they gave us are the Tower card. Start off with a bang, literally. We also have the 5 of Wands in reverse. We also have Queen of Wands in reverse. We also have number 6, giving and receiving. This is also the 6 of Pentacles. We also have number 20, envy. We also have prosperity. We have voyage of the heart. And this 2 cards that we'll get into later. Pile number 3. You need a hug? I'll give you a hug. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Because I feel with this group, this is like a tough cycle. Absolutely. That you're going through. Luckily for you, you are approaching the end of this tough cycle. The only thing is, the effort to end it is going to have to come from you. It's not something that's going to end by way of just time. It's something that you are going to have to put the effort to end it. What I mean by that is that I feel like with this group, something has happened to where it's like something knocked you down, but you stayed down. I feel like the examples that they're giving me, for some of you guys, that you guys could have taken what a lot of people refer to as a gap year when it comes to education and schooling. A gap year to take a break from school, and maybe depression hit, maybe whatever the case, whatever, intense type of experience that you experience hit, and you've definitely taken a hiatus from school and don't really have the passion to go back. For some of you guys, this could have been some type of leave from work that became indefinite, and it's because there has been something that occurred. I feel like this could have been it could have been a death. It could have been maybe the pandemic is still impacting you in some way, shape, or form. This could be some of your own personal struggles. This could also just be the simple fact that maybe you lost something of some sort. And it's going to be difficult, and it probably already is, but the purpose of it is looking at this from a different perspective, seeing the bright side, and moving on from this is going to be the key. This is like the how can I say, like, chaos could be going around you, but yet you still have the most optimistic view of what's happening in the future. That's not hard. That's not easy. That is not easy to achieve. But that's kind of what Spirit is trying to get you into the mind frame. And I have to give this message kind of because it makes me feel very much like new agey, love and light, without giving me like actual tangible things to do. But hopefully that's something that they actually expand on as we dive in. Let's begin. We have the Tower card. This is that moment. This is that traumatic situation, that intense situation that occurred. I feel like this has already happened. This could be, like I said, any type of personal issue that could be affecting your money. Like, I know for a fact when I experienced a death of a very, very, very close loved one, everything else in my life didn't matter at that point. And I needed time, and I didn't know how much time I needed, but I needed time. And so some of you guys could be going through something of that similar magnitude, or this could just be you guys losing a job, or you quitting a job, or this is not quitting a job, really. That's not really the energy that I'm getting at. This is something that that the universe has to step into. This is divine intervention, to where they're trying to help you improve your bag, your cash flow. And it's almost as if maybe you were at a job that you didn't necessarily love, but didn't necessarily have the courage to get out of there, to really be doing something that you actually do love. And so as a result, the universe does do these type of things sometimes, where they take away whatever is being used as an excuse from you pursuing your path or your journey. So they're making me feel okay, like Three of Swords type of energy. So whatever this was, you were heartbroken, saddened, possibly even depressed, and you have to take yourself out of this abyss. Okay? This could be unrelated to career at all, but as they stated before, sometimes your own personal life could have a major effect on your career life, This could be maybe something that people like, maybe one day you were bubbly, cheery at work, and then you were always coming on time, you never called off, things like that. You always did your work in an amazing way. Then all of a sudden, something happened, and maybe everyone else doesn't know what happened, but they did notice the change. Like now you're not coming into work. Now you don't necessarily look, you know, there. You don't look present at work. And they're like, what happened? Maybe you never actually explained, but there was something that occurred that I feel like that definitely affected your entire foundation. The universe did step in, but Spirit is trying to really allow you to kind of see the brighter side to this and see what opportunities does this change lead. This we have is the Five of Wands. The first thing that they're saying is surrender. So there could be something that you've been in conflict in when it comes to your own career. Maybe there's something that you want to pursue, but you didn't before, but you still felt you still felt drawn to it. I also feel like for some of you guys, this could even be some family issues. I don't know why I'm getting family. Some family issues that has affected you that are meant to be resolved. And if you have to be the bigger person, then so be it. Like, don't allow pride to get in the way. So there's some type of resolution that is going to be happening. That's going to be a part of you really cleaning up this energy. But I also feel like the resolution could also be something to do with you coming to terms as to which path to take when it comes to career, and not feeling, indecisive about it or confused. The Queen of Wands is here in reverse though, so that makes me sad. It makes me sad because I like the Queen of Wands, but only in this. This is someone who doesn't know their own power. This is someone who doesn't necessarily see themselves in that queenly energy. And that's something that would happen, when you're affected by this. But not necessarily using this as, a platform to become greater. And like I said, I'm not diminishing any of your guys' struggles or things like that, because I know it's going to be different for each and every one of you. But when I see this in reverse, this is like you're not necessarily seeing yourself for who you truly are. You're not necessarily seeing the situation for what it truly is, and the opportunities and the potential that you have in order to create this opportunity for yourself. They're also showing me the Seven of Pentacles. So for some of you guys, it could be a business of yours that maybe you consider failed. Maybe there was something that happened into where you have to completely start over or do something different. And just so you know, that was meant to happen so that you could bring yourself attention or aware of another path that the universe is trying to give you. I also feel like for some of you guys, this could even be, stocks as well. Maybe some of you guys are heavily into finances in that way, to where you invest heavily in stocks. Maybe there was some type of decline. But overall, I feel like there was something that you were working on or actually putting forth effort, and it just came crashing down. And you see this as a bad thing when the universe is trying to be like, yo, I did this for your good. Because now there's nothing else holding you back from this path. And this is something that you're going to have to realize. So this is kind of what they mean about you're going to be the one to take you out of this abyss. And you're strong enough to do so, even if you don't believe that you are. Now we also have the Six of Pentacles. This is giving and receiving. I'm getting the sense this is really Spirit's way of saying, help me help you. The effort that you put into this, I almost feel like for some of you, this is going to be like a new era for you. A new era, a new beginning for you that's happening. They're saying that the more effort that you put into this energy, the more we're going to help you. The more Spirit is going to help you, the more universe is going to help you. And it has to do with your passions. It has to do, I almost feel like they're showing me the image of like, I don't know if some of you guys are familiar with Pokemon, but Charmander, they always show me this episode of Charmander, of Pokemon, this is old school Pokemon, of when it was raining and Charmander's tail is lit with fire, and if it goes out, Charmander will die. And so it was raining and Charmander kept his dimly lit tail under a leaf in order so that they can survive. It's like a very sad scene in the show, but that's how they're making me feel like this is kind of what you're going through, is that your fire, that fire that you had within yourself prior to this happening, it's like virtually non-existent. It's still there, it's just virtually non-existent, and it's time to really increase it or get it back to where it was, or at least more than what it was before. Now we also have this card, number 20, Envy. Now this card talks about, half glass, what is it saying? Glass half full instead of glass half empty, that type of energy. So even though it appears that everything around you it's crumbled, look at it as an opportunity to rebuild something greater. So for you, it's really mental. And a lot of times that typically is the hardest. So I'm not gonna even sit here and lie to you. This ain't gonna be easy to achieve. And it may be a part of your spiritual journey as to why you're going through this. But at the end of this, we have prosperity. So when you do get into that energy of feeling like, I'm not going to allow whatever happened to really diminish my confidence, my pride, my determination. Instead, it's going to fuel me. And I do feel like it's something new is happening for you, or something new or maybe just the simple fact that you guys are going to be getting out of the bed instead of staying in bed from depression or whatever the case may be. Maybe that's going to also feel new to you, but it's doing something new, or this is going to feel like a new cycle for you that's beginning. And it's going to lead you this time to prosperity. I don't see it failing like maybe it did last time. They're saying this time is going to be different. We also have Voyage of the Heart. And the card says, love flows through you and to you. So the first message that I'm getting is that for some of you guys, this is going to be some may consider it to be a passion project. It's a project, a creative endeavor. This could be your own business that you are beginning, or maybe re-beginning. For some of you guys, this is going to be you resolving something with someone, whether it's a family member, or a loved one, or maybe just resolving something within your own self. And that's really going to be the key. That's really going to take you out of what feels like an abyss of darkness at this moment. Okay? Yeah, pile number 3. I mean, I do see that you're going to heal from this and get out of this, what feels like a rut. This is just going to be a hurdle. This is not going to be the end of your journey. In fact, it's going to be the beginning. Now let's get into the last 2 cards. First one that we have is dun dun dun. What does that say? We have pale. Time to get out of a situation. I mean, I love when Spirit does that. That's why I always keep these cards face down, and we both reveal it, or we both get to see it together for the first time. Because a lot of times it's always dead on as to what they are channeling through me. So, once again, I feel like your efforts, your actions, the steps that you take are going to get you out of this rut. Some of you guys is going to require you to make that phone call, to swallow your pride, to make that phone call in order to resolve that issue. For others of you guys, I see that it's going to have to be you deciding to be more positive and seeing your current situation as an opportunity to really grow from, instead of seeing it as in the end. See it as a new beginning. It's like you're going to have to put the effort first, and Spirit and the universe is going to respond. You have an immense amount of strength, and I don't believe that you see that within yourself, but I truly believe that that was your soul kind of wanting to experience whatever it is that you experience in order to gain this immense amount of strength. I almost feel like you guys survived this, and not many people can say that. But because of that, it's going to, once you do see it that way, you're going to reignite that passion, that fire that you have within. And because of that, Spirit is saying that it's not going to be the same like it was last time when it comes to your cash flow, when it comes to your career. Next card that we have is August. So the change, the breakthrough that you possibly been waiting for, it could be happening in August, which is, damn near only a month and some change from now. August could be very significant when it comes to this specific journey, but yeah, absolutely. August is what it's looking like for you. Currently, the energy, they're showing me the Ace of Pentacles. This is when it's going to change for you. But don't wait until August. Get into that energy now of being optimistic, positive, more hopeful about the future. They're showing me the image of the Star card as well. So, pay attention. August is going to be your month for you, but as I stated, you need to get into this energy now, okay? Because I see an opportunity that's going to be presented to you when it comes to your career that's going to be considered to be the golden opportunity, and it's the opportunity that's going to change your life forever. Okay? So pile number 3, I hope I know this reading is not enough to eliminate any worries or sadness or any type of, you know, low vibrating feelings that you have, but hopefully it did help in some way, shape, or form, and hopefully this could be used as somewhat of a catalyst for you to snap out of it and realign yourself. So with that being said though, thank you so much for watching. If you feel so inclined, please like, share, and subscribe. But other than that, I will catch you next time. Bye. What is up, pile number 4? This is for those of the Carnelian Stone. We're about to find out what's stopping your bag. The cards that they gave us are the Strength card in reverse. We also have the Magician. We also have Six of Cups in reverse. We have number 0, Trust, and this is the full card. We also have number 50, which is Angel of Strength in reverse. We also have Express Your Inner Truth, Joy and Delight, and these 2 cards that we'll get into later. So they are talking a lot, so I'm going to try to, you know, break it down as much as I could or can. So this is going to be an example of how maybe 2 seemingly unrelated things are actually connected, more connected than you thought or than you think, of how pretty much everything's connected, to be honest. Like, for example, if I'm having a bad day because, you know, my romantic partner and me had an argument, that same type of energy will affect your, you know, your business and your career and your money, you know, something like that. But yours is a lot more deeper than that. I think it's important to say, or important to notice, that each of your cards that we've discussed has some type of indication of yellow, orange, those type of hues of colors, and that indicates happiness, joy and delight. I'm getting optimism. I'm also getting a childlike innocence or wonder. That type of energy. So this is the type of energy that you need to be in. What I'm also getting the sense of for this group is there's going to be like a moment, I feel. And it's going to be very cathartic or just liberating for you. They're giving one specific example, but I know not everyone who's watching this pile is going to relate to it. But the one example that they're giving me is, like, for example, if it's something that you were born with or born to be, and you feel drawn to really stand in that truth. And maybe there's people around you or just society who didn't allow you the comfort that you deserved to stand in that truth. And this is about you standing your truth regardless of what anyone has to say. So this is for my LGBT communities as well. I'm also getting people who are doing just anything or being anything that is against of a religion, against their family's wishes, family traditions, and it's just merely being who you are. That's what I'm getting. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean, sexuality or maybe what you identify as. It could just be anything that maybe you were led to believe was wrong or was disapproved of, especially growing up as a kid. This is you freeing yourself from those type of limiting beliefs and living your life in that way. And that's going to have such a positive effect in every other aspect of your life, especially money and career. Maybe this is going to be a part of what you do for a career as well. Maybe implementing this somehow. But yeah. So we have the Strength card. The Strength card here in reverse indicates this is for you. It feels like a very vulnerable time. I almost feel like you have a distorted perspective about who you are. I kind of feel like you guys were kind of made to believe, they keep making me go through this example. If you don't resonate with that example, that's okay. The message still applies. But the example that they're giving me, there's like history. I'm not particularly sure what culture, but historically, like people who have, exhibited like obvious both masculine and feminine traits, were revered as maybe to be divine, like godly even, like they were revered and respected. And so they're making me feel like for you guys, you've been led to believe that you are not this force to be reckoned with. You're not amazing. You're not great. You're not a powerful being. You've been led to believe that, I feel. They're showing me the Ace of Cups. So yeah, I just feel like for you guys, it's almost as if you guys never really had the support that you needed. And so it's important for you to always give yourself that cup. Obviously, I do feel like the universe is not going to leave you stranded when it comes to the support that you need. I do believe you're going to be connecting with people who are going to give you that support, but you're kind of being advised to really establish that support within yourself, that love for yourself as well. I feel like this is just a vulnerable time for you at this moment. The Magician. I'm also getting another thing with you guys. This could be a group in which you guys are maybe Wiccan, or just very much in the arts and very much in, maybe you consider yourself a witch. And you already know it's so taboo, especially if you have grown up in a very religious type of family. So you got to keep it a secret. So I'm getting that as well. This is something that you don't have to be ashamed of, is what they're saying. And this is something that you should definitely be proud of loudly. But overall, I'm also getting the sense that you guys actually have a lot of, or at least an immense amount of manifestation power and prowess, to where once you do this, once you do come to terms to who you really are on the inside and really live your life unapologetically, everything else, it'll be like the floodgates will open when it comes to whatever career or whatever money wishes that you have made, that you have spoke to the universe about. Because this is the only thing that's anchoring you from really flying high. You start to see the manifestations coming. Now we also have the Six of Swords. This to me feels like you never gotten over it. So this could be something that maybe even happened in your past, your childhood, that caused some sort of trauma, and you've never truly unpacked that or really dealt with it. You just kind of brushed it under the rug as well. But this is referring to, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you know what I'm talking about. You know what Spirit's talking about as you watch this video. You know what they're referring to, because it's going to come. They're going to remind you of it as you watch this video. But once again, I kind of feel like you were put in a position, or maybe led to believe, like your power was almost taken away. Your power was like taken away. And this is something that you never truly recovered from. And it's time to regain that power. We have the Full card. The Full card is always nice. And it says trust. This is liberating. You haven't been liberated from this. You haven't felt like you've been living. You just felt like you have been alive. And I feel like it's whatever this situation is in regards to how you feel about yourself as well. It's time to free yourself from any belief that has made you believe that you're not, that beep, someone who is powerful, strong, beautiful, amazing, worthy, deserving, loving, lovable. Angel of Springs card, which is quite similar to this card. It's, once again, you guys are more powerful and more worthy than you think. And it's time for you to regain this, because it's almost as if you've been led to believe that you're some type of lamb when really you're a lion. That's what they're making me feel like. It's like people were too afraid. Like I feel like for some of you guys, it could be people you're around people, maybe a family member who gaslighted you. Some of you guys could have maybe even gone through some type of like inappropriate experiences, such as trigger warning, like some type of sexual deviance when it comes to like molestation, things like that. I just feel like this is something that has been left without actually being worked through, and you're being advised to really regain your power, because you're not weak. And stop allowing this experience, or whatever that was, to define who you are, but also stop allowing that to dictate how your present or future must be. Because you are so much more than this. You're meant for so much more than this. And you can't allow this experience or anybody else to make you believe otherwise. Now we also have express your inner truth. Once again, this is something that's been kept under wraps. I feel like this could be a secret for a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people know this about you. It's not to say, okay, let me, post this on Facebook, my whole life story. I'm not saying that. But first and foremost, this is something that you also need to speak about within yourself. Really speak about this, because I don't feel like you even do that. But if you need to seek professional counsel, then do so. For some of you guys, I'm also seeing this is something that they make me feel like nightmares. Like this is something that you probably even, you lose sleep over somehow. But that's just more indication that this is something that's has been kept under wraps, but it just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger to where now you have no other choice but to take notice and actually work through it. But I almost feel like this is like some type of secret or just something that you just kept hidden that you really need to release. Okay? Because once you do that, joy and delight, you'll be so much happier. And I know this is like very cliche and very, I guess, typical, but it truly is the case. I also feel like you're going to get the support that you need as well, especially during this time. Like, especially if you do reveal this, you'll get the support that you need. Or at least the universe is going to send the support, whether it's in the form of friends or otherwise. It also showed me the Chariot card. So once again, if you do have a career, if you do have an endeavor currently as we speak, you maybe have been experiencing some type of delays or some type of halt in progression, or just maybe little to no progression in your eyes. This is what's going to be, and like I said, it may be unrelated to your career altogether, but it's about energy here. And this is going to be, once you do this, you're going to see an increase in your revenue, or you're going to receive that job that you've been wanting. You're going to see, like I said, I feel like you guys are manifesting stuff. I feel like you guys are very much in tune spiritually, and so it's going to be to where it's going to be like a floodgate. Like, you're going to start seeing it coming one by one by one, or maybe all together at the same time. But the point is, you're going to start seeing the things that you've been manifesting or trying to manifest actually come to be. And that's going to be even more indication like, yo, you did the right thing. This is what you were supposed to do. And maybe they had to, the universe had to put a halt to this so that you could take notice. And maybe this video is going to be what also gives you the idea that you should take notice to this. But I get the sense that you already know that this is something that you need to do or work through. Now, let's get into the last two cards. Okay, first of all, they're showing me the Ten of Wands. Yeah. This has been weighing you down. It's like your wings are trying to sprout, but they can't because it got too much debris and rubble. And it's just like, we need to stop allowing this to weigh us down, because you're more powerful and more stronger than this. It's happening. I'm sorry to say. I don't know if I don't mean to scare you or anything like that, but I feel like it's to the point where it's been accumulating for some time now. I feel like this is something that you've been keeping to yourself for a very long time, and it needs to be released. It's happening because it's showing itself, whether it's through your dreams or just showing yourself within your own work. It's showing itself, and now it has to be dealt with. Okay, so we also have these two last cards. First thing that we have is, we have Kite. Is that Kite? Kite, which is vacation. For some of you guys, this could indicate that a lot of you guys could be taking somewhat of a hiatus from your break, or from your break, some type of hiatus from your work or schooling. Or some of you guys have been feeling like there has not been much progression. This is the reason as to why, just so you know. Some of you guys have been feeling a little bit less than motivated to do what you feel you need to do. This is the reason why, if you've been wondering as to why. The last card that we have is, we have Wheel, and it says, Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. So, I do feel like you guys are currently in a cycle. This is going to be absolutely your toughest cycle yet, or it is your toughest cycle yet. However, it's going to be the most pivotal one, to where now the wheel is going to be turning in your favor. But yeah, it's not going to be easy. But like they keep saying, they're giving you the encouragement, they're giving you the courage to do it as well. Because they're saying that you're so powerful, and you don't see that about yourself. The Strength card and the Magician card are here in your reading, which indicates that you are a powerful being, especially on a soul level. And it's about time that your vessel, your ego, also realizes that. So I do see the wheel is going to be turning in your favor quite soon. They're showing me the 10, they're showing me the number 0, which indicates new beginnings and endings. So, and I'm also seeing number 5, so that's changes. And I'm also seeing number 8, which is abundance. Everything's connected, and you're going to see that. You're going to be this is going to be an example of how you're going to be like, yo, it's like once I got this together, and I actually, healed, or actually, decided to unpack all, darkness that was inside, and actually decided to work through it instead of, putting in a lock safe. Now everything else is just going. Everything's progressing. Everything else in my life, especially career, is now on the up. So, pile number 4, I am giving you so much love and so much strength during this time. And I love you. Hopefully this video was helpful in any way. And hopefully hopefully it shed some light on how to prevent that bag of yours from stopping. And if you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And other than that, I will catch you next time. Bye.